Hi, Mike Kennedy today with you, and we're just fooling around with this $5 survival knife. All it really is a piece of stainless steel that's been probably pressed out, cut out, and sharpened. And so my yard is finally uncovered, so there's not all kinds of snow all over everything. So I just thought I was using this. I thought we'd just give it a try here. I was noticing that it worked a lot better. This is lilac, piece of lilac. Certainly looks pretty good to cut the bark off. Cuts down thicker if you want. Lilac's supposed to be good for making spoons with, and for smoking chicken. So that's what I read about lilac. Seems like it would be considered a hardwood. I don't know for sure though. Certainly could make fire sticks with this thing. We'll flip it over and do the other side. This piece of wood has been laying outside all winter. It's kind of wet. I took some inside too to be able to work with it. Let it get dried out good. This is very wet. The bark is very wet. So that's not too bad. Let's see what we can do for chopping with this. Now, see, the problem with this is it doesn't have a lot of weight. So it really depends on you using all your force, where usually you have the weight of the knife doing a lot of the work for you. This shows you the advantage of the fact that this is a, you know, since it's all one piece of metal. Oh look, the paracord handle's coming on. It's full tang. In other words, it's the blade and handle are one piece of metal. And but you can see let's look up close here. You can see here I chopped a little bit out in practically no time. Now if you had a heavier knife that would go a lot quicker, but and you can see that, like I said, my handle fell apart here that they did, but I could certainly rewrap that. You could even handle this with some other material. Seems like they've got some kind of plastic thing on here to give it a little more grab maybe for the metal, but what do you expect for $5? So I'll wind this tighter or do a different wrap that won't come off as easy, but you can see for $5 it certainly is a useful knife. So that's my quick playing around with this. We're gonna try to make some things with the lilac. Let's just try batoning. Now this is kind of tall to baton with, but let's just try with this knife and see if we can do it. And look at that, no problem at all. Oh, now you can see I let the knife slide too much one direction. And plus, I've let it slide too much out to one side. So if I was going to try to cut that evenly, I guess if I was going to try to be more careful about cutting that evenly, that would have been a little off, but it certainly did it. So here you go, this little piece of pressed or cut out stainless steel with an edge on it. You certainly could make your fire sticks, no problem. You could certainly get your baton some things to make it smaller, to turn it into kindling. So in a pinch this would work. Certainly not going to be the same as a more expensive knife, but it's certainly going to be good. You got to remember, what's the best survival knife? It's the knife that you have with you. So if you happen to have this one knife with you, that's going to be your best survival knife. And at least this one isn't going to break, and you're going to be able to do some things with it. Hope you can hear my roosters in the backyard. I can certainly hear them. But not bad all the way around, I guess. Except for the paracord coming off, but we can take care of that. Mike Kennedy saying, be sharp.